This video explains the ROX GPS 7.0 functions. The bike computer must be fully charged before switching on for the first time. Charging is done via the micro USB connector on the back of the case. The bike computer has a clearly structured display and is operated using 4 buttons. On the upper right is the Start Enter button. Press and hold it for a few seconds to turn on the computer. You are now in the main menu. Use the plus and minus buttons on the left and right of the display to scroll between the menus. In the training menu, you select your sport profile and start the training. Under Load Track, you can select and start your completed or saved tracks. The track management and deletion of tracks can be done conveniently via the data center. In the Strava menu item, you can activate and view Strava live segments. In order to transfer Strava segments to your ROX GPS 7.0, you need to have a Strava Premium user account. The transfer of the Strava segments to the bike computer is done via the data center. In the memory, you will find all activities, totals, and your personal best. The Settings menu contains the device and altitude settings, as well as the sport profile and track settings. All menus, submenus, and entries can be opened with the Enter button. With plus and minus, you can navigate within the menu structure and change values up or down. Use the Stop button, top left, to go back to the menu structure. Of course, all settings can also be made via the Sigma Link app or the data center. Press Enter to open the training menu and choose between the sport profiles, road bike, mountain bike, or other. The sport profiles are used to link all important settings and workout views within the chosen sport. For example, you can quickly switch between mountain bike and road bike without the hassle of adjusting the settings. Naturally, the choice of sport types and all related settings can also be personalized. The ROX GPS 7.0 now automatically establishes a GPS connection and switches to the training screen. Press and hold the plus button to open the short menu. Here you have the possibility to make relevant settings before starting or during the trip. The altitude measurement of the ROX GPS 7.0 is carried out barometrically via the air pressure. Since every change in the weather also means a change in the air pressure, a reference altitude must be entered in the ROX GPS 7.0 before the workout. The ROX GPS 7.0 provides various options for altitude calibration. In the altitude settings, provide up to 3 home altitudes from which you start regularly. For example, the altitude of your home, and calibrate the ROX GPS 7.0 quickly and easily by selecting the appropriate home altitude. Calibration via the air pressure normal 0. You can get this information quickly and easily via any weather service. The ROX GPS 7.0 now calculates the correct altitude from the difference between the air pressure at normal 0 and the currently measured air pressure. The current altitude can also be entered via manual calibration in meters or alternatively via GPS. The accuracy of the measurement depends on the quality of the reception and is displayed next to the altitude. If you have not already begun your training, you can change the selected sport profile. Driven or stored tracks can be loaded at any time via Load Track. Using Same Track Back, you can navigate back on an already traveled route. Strava Live Segments allow you to activate and view Strava segments. The automatic pause ensures that the workout recording is stopped when the speed is below 2.2 kilometers per hour and is automatically restarted as soon as the speed is higher. Automatic Lap. In the Sports Profile settings, you can define the distance of the automatic lap and choose between the criteria distance, time, or calories. The ROX GPS 7.0 automatically saves the measured values after each lap, which can be analyzed in detail in the data center. In the next step, calibrate the compass in order to also have the best possible orientation while standing. Under Zoom, you can choose between a fixed or automatic zoom level for the track view. When auto is set, the zoom level will change depending on the speed. Use the Start and Stop buttons to start and stop data recording of your training at any time. During a training, use the plus and minus buttons to switch between the different training screens. The templates are freely configurable via the data center and can be adapted exactly to your personal requirements and preferences. For example, the following values can be displayed in the first training screen: speed, distance, altitude uphill, time, and training time. In the second workout screen, the speed and distance are preset, and the third screen shows the gradient, the altitude uphill, and the graphical altitude profile that give you all the important altitude information at a glance. In the upper display area, you will always see the icon for GPS reception, the current time, and the battery status in all training screens. If you want to end your training, you must press the Stop button twice. There comes a query if you want to save or continue the training. Press Stop again to stop and save the training. The data can now be transferred to the data center. For more information and videos about our products, please visit www.sigmasport.com and our YouTube channel.